Tonight, with summer break underway, educators are thinking about the fall, and in Wisconsin, there could be some changes coming to your school. Plus, Minnesota's state budget remains unfinished, and that could mean the end for hundreds of construction projects. One of those projects is a dangerous intersection in Itasca County, which has taken the lives of 3 people already this summer.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. 3 people have lost their lives in 2 different car crashes at the same intersection in Itasca County, all within the last month. On May 24th, DNR Conservation Officer Sarah Grell died on the line, in the line of duty when her car was hit by a semi. 2 weeks later, paramedic Troy Betcher and 17-year-old Joseph Latimer died en route to the hospital when their ambulance collided with a dump truck. Both crashes happened at County Roads 57 and 336, which is just north of Grand Rapids. Now, Minnesota lawmakers are calling for change. During today's special session, a Northland senator proposed an amendment to find a fix for this deadly intersection. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo explains what's in the amendment and how it could save lives.
Making a deadly Itasca County intersection safer. That was the goal of an amendment Senator Justin Eichhorn of Grand Rapids proposed Tuesday.
We don't want a situation like this to happen ever again, where a community is grieving and doesn't finish grieving before they have to grieve again over the loss of another local hero.
Eichhorn withdrew the amendment since a group of MnDOT traffic safety experts already met last week at the intersection and discussed solutions to make it safer.
MnDOT is starting to have some conversations with the county, and they have agreed to do some things that they can do immediately.
Those things include adding flashing lights to the top of stop signs and rumble strips on the road. Small steps working toward a safer solution.
I want MnDOT and the District 1 to take a very, very hard look at this intersection and figure out how to make it safer for everybody that comes through there every single day.
Though this amendment has been withdrawn, lawmakers promise to keep a close eye on MnDOT's progress.
Senator Tomassoni and I will be continuing to watch as this progresses, and as MnDOT and the counties work together. If we don't see enough progress, we will certainly be back next year with some legislation.
Remembering the lives lost and ensuring it doesn't happen again.
MnDOT declined an interview, but said Itasca County will use the group's recommendations in determining the next steps. The department says people can expect changes to the intersection in the future. More than 200 construction projects across Minnesota are at jeopardy of shutting down if there isn't funding in place for the next budget year. The transportation budget, which funds road projects, state patrol, and more, is among several pieces of the $52 billion in state spending that is hanging over the legislature. The budget bills need to be signed into law by July 1st, or the government would at least partially shut down, which could have wide implications on state services. Back in 2017, the state ruled the courts cannot intervene in the budgeting process to keep the government running. A spokesperson for MnDOT said it's critical to approve the bill because more than 200 state construction projects scheduled for this year, with some already underway, could be impacted. This weekend, aircrafts will be taken to the skies as the Duluth Air Show takes flight, and it's expected to bring in record-breaking crowds. After getting canceled last year, event organizers say this show will be bigger and better than ever. The air show has done away with COVID capacity limits, which could bring upwards of 50,000 people to Duluth to catch acts like the Blue Angels. And all of those extra visitors will mean a big economic boost for the Twin Ports.
Hopefully staying in one of the hotels, maybe having dinner at one of the restaurants downtown, buying gas here, buying supplies, whatever it is. So that generates a lot of revenue for the community of Duluth.
The air show usually helps bring in about $10 million. VIP and reserve tickets are sold out, but you can still buy general admission tickets online or at Menards. Well, Peter Kavakauskas is here for a first check of the weather. Hopefully the weather holds up for the air show this weekend.
Yeah, so far it looks so good. Maybe a stray shot of a shower on Sunday, but temperatures are slowly warming up, and we saw that trend continue today as well as temperatures climbed into the 70s for most of us. 71 degrees was the high at Duluth International, 73 down at Park Point, 68 in Two Harbor, 64 in Silver Bay. So still a tad cooler up the North Shore, and that same trend will continue tomorrow as we have a little bit of a lake breeze in place. 72 in Grand Rapids for today's high, and 73 in Big Fork for today's high as well. Had a little bit of rain as well as cloud activity, especially in the afternoon as some rain showers began to work their way through the region. But now we've slowly beginning to dry things out. And taking a live look from Duluth right now, you can still see a little bit of daylight out there. That's, you know, what you can expect 2 days after the first official start of summer. 62 degrees right now for us here in Duluth. And temperatures across the region still sitting in the 60s and 50s for most. And that's going to give way to a rather mild night for the night tonight. Temperatures coming in at about 54 degrees with partly cloudy skies overhead and southwest wind between 5 and 10 miles per hour. The mild night tonight is going to give way to a rather warm day for tomorrow. I'll break it all down coming up. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. The Minnesota Attorney General is asking the public to share the impact George Floyd's murder has had on them. It comes just ahead of Derek Chauvin's sentencing, slated for Friday. While victims' impact statements are common during sentencing, comments from the community are not. Esme Murphy takes a look at what is behind the noteworthy move.
It's right there, front and center, on Attorney General Keith Ellison's website. Minnesota law says representatives of the community affected by the crime may submit an impact statement. The website goes on to a submission page which asks for a statement and where the person lives, including whether it's in Minnesota or even outside the United States. Joe Tamburino is a criminal attorney not affiliated with the Floyd case.
I would imagine the judge would consider it in terms of how much greater the sentence should be on Mr. Chauvin. State law under 611A of our statutes does allow to have community impact statements, but it says nothing about whether the entire state or nation can come in.
Family members are also expected to give victim impact statements, likely similar to the one made by George Floyd's brother Philonis at trial.
He was so much of a leader to us in the household.
The Attorney General's website says it is accepting community impact statements through Thursday. At George Floyd Square, we found most everyone agrees the case has had a profound impact.
It's affected me personally and then just the whole community in so many ways.
Having to cover the story from May 26th of last year up until now, going through trial, and now we're heading into sentencing, you can feel some of the same emotions.
We reached out to the Attorney General's office, who admits this tactic is unusual. A spokesperson telling us it's not common, but then this is not a common case.
Now, the judge could sentence Chauvin up to 40 years in prison. The prosecution is asking for 30 years, and the defense is seeking probation. More human remains related to the death of Adam Richard Johnson were found this morning in Minneapolis. City police say the remains were found shortly before 7 a.m. in the area of West River Parkway and Franklin Avenue. Responding officers identified the remains as being related to the death of the 36-year-old Minneapolis man. Some of Johnson's remains were initially found Thursday in northeast Minneapolis. Johnson's cause of death has yet to be determined, and so far, no arrests have been made in the case. Authorities believe his death was recent due to the level of decomposition in his body parts. A suspect is on the run tonight after an armed robbery in Duluth. It happened at Saudi's Smoke Shop on 16th Avenue East and London Road around 11:40 this morning. Police say the suspect had a handgun and ran off with an unknown amount of cash. Authorities are still looking for them tonight. You should call the Violent Crimes Unit with any information. That number is on your screen. It's also on our website. New tonight at 10, a man who police say threatened some hikers with a gun is now in custody after a chase and a standoff. According to the Sawyer County Sheriff's Office, around 10:45 this morning, a group was hiking along Peterson Road in the town of Lenroot, just north of Hayward. They called 911 to report a man had pulled up beside them and asked for money. When they said they didn't have any, he pulled a gun and threatened them. He then drove toward Hayward. Local law enforcement officers found the car, which fled, triggering a pursuit. They used spike strips to stop the driver. After an hour-and-a-half standoff, they arrested 45-year-old Jason Whitefeather from Milwaukee. Whitefeather faces numerous charges, including endangering safety, terroristic threats, and being a felon with a firearm. The incident is under investigation. The sheriff says there have been similar incidents in Bayfield and Iron counties. Wisconsin's governor is expected to veto a bill that would take police funding decisions out of the hands of local governments. The Wisconsin Assembly today passed the Republican-backed bill. It says any local governments that defund their police, fire, or first responders would get an equal cut in state aid. The Wisconsin Senate passed the bill earlier this month. Governor Tony Evers is expected to veto it. The governor did recently sign legislation banning chokeholds except in self-defense and 3 other policing measures. Wisconsin schools will soon be able to test students for COVID-19. Starting in the fall, schools can choose to either send in tests for free or have teams conduct testing on site. The state will connect schools with the labs it uses. A $175 million federal grant is funding the program. And still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Minnesotans are preparing for a summer of fun, especially since the state fair will be back, but with some security changes. We'll break them down next.
And it's shaping up to be a mild night across the region right now. It's currently coming in at 68 degrees down in the Twin Cities, 62 for us here in Duluth. And with that mild weather tonight is going to give way to warm temperatures for today tomorrow. I'll break it all down coming up.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
Everyone just treats me a little bit differently, a little bit better. I feel more comfortable in social situations.
Before, when I walked by a mirror, I would duck. I wouldn't look. Now it's like, where's that girl?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
Get to Hayward, Wisconsin for the 71st Annual Muskie Festival, June 25th through the 27th, presented by Adventure RV and Power Sports. Arts and crafts vendors, a grand parade, food, music, and fun. All that and so much more at the Hayward Muskie Festival.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks and stuff. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yep.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Use purchase allowance to get up to 12% below MSRP on 2021 Buick SUVs. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good, I look good. 75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41 and a half inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
The state fair will be back in its full glory in just 2 months. Masks and distancing won't be required, but there will be a new security setup which will affect everyone who goes. Because of a shooting that happened at the 2019 fair, organizers say all ticket holders who come through the doors will have to go through a metal detector.
Oh, I think that's good. You don't need no violence. That's why everybody should be enjoying themselves. It shouldn't be no guns or knives.
Another security change, Ramsey County Sheriff's Office has been asked to take over for the disbanded fair police. Sheriff Bob Fletcher says the work will be voluntary and shared with other local officers and troopers. He added all the police officers will be wearing body cams.
And today didn't shape up to be half bad. We saw some rain and some clouds overhead, but temperatures were a little bit warmer than they were yesterday, coming in at 70 degrees. Actually, 71 at Duluth International. Have not quite updated the almanac I see from the National Weather Service. Still a little bit shy of average for just 74 for this time of year. But take a look at last night's low at Duluth International. 41 degrees. That's really cool. Some places were actually in the 30s. The good news is we will not be seeing that again tonight because we can already tell the temperatures are between 5 and 15 degrees warmer than where they were, say, 24 hours ago, except for some places like Grand Marais where it's 2 degrees cooler than it were yesterday. But as we head through the rest of the night, we're all probably going to be 10 to 15 degrees warmer than where we were last night. Temperatures across the region right now, as you can see, most of us are still in the 50s. Actually, still some 60s on the board as well. 64 down at Park Point, 62 on top of the hill, 46 right now in Silver Bay. That's the cool spot. 50 in Grand Marais, 57 in Ely, 47 in La Pointe, and 58 right now in Ironwood. And the satellite and radar shows that any rain that we saw throughout the afternoon and evening hours is slowly beginning to diminish right now. We're being left with mostly clear skies overhead, maybe a stray rain shower or two, especially in the Arrowhead region up towards Grand Marais. But I think most of us will stay dry throughout the night tonight. And that is good news because as we head towards tomorrow morning, that same pattern will persist. As we head towards tomorrow morning, as you can see, 7 a.m., waking up to partly to mostly sunny skies overhead. So it's shaping up to be a good day, and we're much warmer than where we started off the day yesterday. None of those 30s or 40s, most likely 50s and 60s to start off your day on Wednesday. Heading through the rest of the day on Wednesday, as you can see, that pattern persists, partly to mostly sunny skies overhead. Maybe a spot shower or two in the afternoon and evening, but most, again, should stay dry. But as we head towards Wednesday night, tomorrow night, you begin to see these thunderstorms fire up, especially up north, where we see those yellows, oranges, reds. We could be talking about possible severe weather there. And that same pattern continues as we head through the rest of the night into the early Thursday morning. You can see it down towards Siren, Wisconsin, as well as the UP of Michigan, where you see those bright, vibrant reds. That's where we're really going to be concerned about probably a severe weather threat. Not all that much in terms of severe weather, but something we're going to want to keep an eye on as we head through the next 24 hours or so. That's why the Storm Prediction Center has put us under marginal risk, which is a level 1 out of 5. Biggest threat with these storms being possible heavy winds as well as hail, so something to keep an eye on throughout the next 24 hours. But no storms tonight, just a mild night for the night. Temperatures fall back into the upper 40s as well as lower 50s. Or be 51 down by the lake, 49 to, on top of the hill, 49 in Cloquet, down Wisconsin as well as the UP. They're in the mid-upper 40s down there as well as lower 50s. So for today, tomorrow, most of us are making it to the 80-degree mark, except for up the North Shore where they're a tad cooler of a lake breeze in place. And that 7-day forecast shows as we head through the next 7 days, we're warm on Wednesday and Thursday. Thunderstorm threat for tomorrow night, but then we dry things out for the weekend.
And the nice thing is we can probably enjoy it a little bit more, the warm weather, because we did get a little bit of rain to help with that fire danger.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks, Peter.
Yep.
The Cloquet Area Fire District is hoping to save lives this summer by handing out life jackets. The life jackets were free for kids newborn through 16 years old. The fire district partnered with the Fond du Lac Band and Safe Kids Northeast Minnesota. They had 150 life jackets to give away. Organizers say as the temperatures warm, families spend more time on the water, and this is one way to ensure a safe summer.
They get handouts and information on how a child should fit in a life jacket, and the first thing they want to do is make sure that it's U.S. approved life jacket and making sure that it's within the weight, the life jacket's within the weight range of the child.
Experts say the number one way to stay safe in the water is to wear a life jacket. Well, it won't be long before thousands of Duluth homes are not up to EPA standards when it comes to the amount of lead in their drinking water. The Environmental Protection Agency is toughening the lead water level standards in 2024 to 10 parts per billion. To be proactive, the city of Duluth tested drinking water in 100 single-family homes in April and found almost 50 homes tested above the standard. The city knows of roughly 5,000 public properties needing water line replacements and is working to find out how many private properties need replacing. Still to come, U.S. lawmakers had a busy day on Capitol Hill. We'll break down today's politics from Washington next.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChev.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChev.com, a better way to buy.
Flying from the big city can be stressful with traffic, parking fees, busy concourses, and security lines, and that long drive home. At Range Regional Airport, we take the stress out of flying. We're close to home with free parking, short lines, comfortable lounge, and quick access through security. Take the stress out of flying. Fly Range Regional Airport, Hibbing.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Good boy. You're such a good boy.
I think it's time we got a dog.
But my landlord won't let me have pets.
I've got an idea about that, too.
You've got big dreams and a bold imagination. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Northwest Outlet is open. See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women, sizes small to 5X. Jackets, coveralls, shirts, tees, bibs, jeans, and high-vis clothing to keep you safe and comfortable. Northwest Outlet's footwear department sells only the best boots. Names like Irish Setter, Georgia, Danner, Columbia, the North Face, Rocky, and more. Get outdoors again. Northwest Outlet's got your gear. In stock now at Northwest Outlet, Superior.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart? The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3. Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Welcome back. We are taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol tonight, where lawmakers had a busy day discussing infrastructure compromises and voting rights. Talks intensified on Capitol Hill today as White House negotiators met with lawmakers to try to hammer out a deal on infrastructure. West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin's key vote is one of more than 20 senators now backing the $1.2 trillion proposal. The White House says the president is encouraged by the talks, but the two sides are still at odds over how to pay for the plan. While bipartisan negotiations continue, Senate Democrats are also working on a second possible path through the budget process known as reconciliation, which would require only a simple majority. Meanwhile, a sweeping plan by Democrats to expand voting rights failed in the Senate today, with lawmakers splitting along party lines. The For the People Act would have created a national automatic system for registering voters and establishing national standards for mail-in and absentee ballots. But Republicans were unified against it, saying this is not a federal problem and it should be left up to the states. Kelly's here with a preview of what's coming up in sports.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Changing leadership coming over at St. Scholastica. Plus, prepare to row the boat in person, Gopher fans. The University of Minnesota is allowing fans in the stands next year. What it means for UMD sporting events coming up next.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You have to weigh yourself every morning, and when you just see the pound go off every morning, it just keeps you going.
Step on the scale and you see the weight that you lost, and you're like, oh, this is so easy. Why didn't I do this before?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel Getz in Sieben today.
I was working in the oil fields of North Dakota, and I got hit by a car.
With the extent of Mike's injuries, there was a lot that we needed to provide for Mike. So knowing that as his wife, I didn't have to worry about the legal aspects of things, that Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben had that under control, it was just comforting knowing that I didn't have to deal with that.
They will take all of the stress out of any situation that you have.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Veterans and their families make special sacrifices to preserve our freedom, including time away from loved ones. They face unique challenges reintegrating into civilian society and often sustain trauma from time in the service. If you are a veteran, you and your family can receive customized support through the CORE program at Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota. Services can strengthen your personal finances and mental health, create housing stability, and support caregivers. To learn more, call us or visit us online. Thank you for your service.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. From flexible scheduling and variety in jobs to competitive wages and exceptional benefits, Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you with the foundation for career advancement in the communities we serve. Come join our team, Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe, let's keep each other safe, Minnesota.
People with disabilities and people feeling the effects of aging. Roll up your sleeves and stay safe. Sign up today for Minnesota's Vaccine Connector program. Join the millions of people who have safely received a COVID-19 vaccine. It's the best thing you can do to support our local businesses and safely return to a more normal lifestyle. For further assistance, contact your COVID community coordinator at Access North.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, remembering the life and legacy of Tom Curvers. Curvers, a pillar of the hockey community, passed away yesterday after a 2.5-year battle with lung cancer at the age of 58. Curvers was an exceptional hockey player, becoming the first ever Hobey Baker Award winner at UMD and going on to play 11 seasons in the NHL. But what most people, including the UMD coaching staff, recall about TK's legacy is who he was off the ice.
No matter what you did on the ice, it was no excuse not to be a good person and a genuine person, and so that's how we feel like we need to, treat everyone, and that's he exemplified that to the greatest degree. He didn't care if you were the head coach or the assistant equipment manager. He treated you the same, and I think that's so rare to find in life.
It is summer, so it's summer camp time, and back for its 6th year is the Twin Ports Pro Development Camp, perfect for younger hockey players to learn from the professionals. Camp founder Brett Olson wraps up his 9th year of playing overseas in Germany and is joined by some other well-known Northland names, former UMD players Andy Walensky and Brendan Kotick, and just added this year 2012 Hobey Baker winner Jack Connolly.
We've had a pretty stable group of coaches that have come through the years. We have guys that have had a lot of experience amongst many professional leagues, and even in college right now with some of the other people that we bring in, especially with how important hockey is to the area. Just adds another developmental aspect for players around here to hone their game a little bit.
Camp runs July 26th through the 29th for boys and girls in Squirt 10U, Pee Wee 12U, and Bantam 15U. You can head to twinportsprodevelopment.com for more info and to sign up. We'll also have a link on our website, cbs3duluth.com, and just click on the sports page. Gopher fans, prepare to row the boat in person this year. Gopher Athletics announced today that live sporting events at the University of Minnesota will be full capacity when teams return to competition for the upcoming academic year. The first events that are expected to welcome full capacity crowds are soccer, volleyball, and football games. Minnesota football opens the 2021 season hosting Ohio State on September 2nd. Now, the university will be transitioning to mobile tickets for all ticketed events on campus. UMD Athletics has yet to make a decision on fans for their sporting events this summer. The school tells me they will likely announce plans in early July. The Timberwolves may not have sniffed the NBA playoffs, but the draft lottery was tonight, and they didn't quite have the good fortune they did last season. Minnesota was drawn 7th, which means that due to the terms of their trade for D'Angelo Russell, their pick is heading to the Golden State Warriors. So they won't have a pick in the first round this year. Detroit got the #1 pick. And some local baseball Legion action today. Superior taking on Esco at home. Bottom of the second, George Hansen snipes a base. Same inning, Esco's Joey Atoneti makes a fantastic running catch. Johnny Rhodes drives Dylan Ronchi in with a sac fly. Ronchi later walked off Esco after Mason Stenberg has tripled to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Superior goes on to win 7-6 the final. And some T-ball action out of the Twin Cities. My nephew Hudson had his first game last night against the powerhouse blue team. Here he is in an unknown inning, taking a swing, smacking an absolute bullet. At first, he didn't know that his first base was actually to his right, but eventually he corrected his path. Score unknown, but it's looking like he and the boys are going to be one to watch this year. Congrats, Hudson. Auntie Kelly's really proud of you. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Celebrate summer with a certified vehicle from Cary Toyota in Superior. Head for the hills in this 2017 Highlander Limited, or drive away in a certified 2018 RAV4 Hybrid. Prefer a larger SUV? Check out this certified 2021 4Runner TRD Off-Road, or choose a certified 2018 Tundra Limited for all your outdoor adventures. Inventory is constantly changing, so hurry in to Cary Toyota in Superior to lock in your 2021 summer driving fun while supplies last. You can also ask about our rental vehicles. Cary Toyota in Superior, voted best car dealer 22 times.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not 1, not 2, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-379-1590. That's 1-800-379-1590. Or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year. And with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
There's a lot of trash on the bottom of the Great Lakes, but if you look hard enough, you may just find some treasure. And that's what happened in Michigan on Friday after a diver found a decades-old message in a bottle in the local marina. And during a late evening dive on Friday, owner of Nautical North Family Adventures, Captain Jennifer Dowker, discovered the 95-year-old artifact. The note inside read, "Will the person who finds this bottle give this paper to George Morrow, of Sheboygan, Michigan. Wow, that's so crazy.
That's like a cliffhanger.
Yes,
Are we gonna have
it is.
the update
I know.
tomorrow?
So where is he?
Where's George Morrow?
I know, we got to find him. Well, Peter, how's tomorrow looking?
Yeah, tomorrow's not looking half bad at all. Temperatures climbing up into the 80s for most of us. 60s up the north shore of a lake breeze in place. There's a storm threat Wednesday night into Thursday, but we clear things out for Friday, and then the weekend looks really good as well. Just a stray shot of a shower on Sunday.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.